Here at Epwell Solutions, we are always innovating and improving our products. And that is why we are excited to introduce to you the all-new well harvester system. Let me show you. Some of the main differences between our new well harvester system and our old is actually here on the top of the unit. So you'll notice right here where the optimization discharge valve used to be, it's now gone. We heard your guys' feedback and we found out a way to collect all the data that we need to for the well harvester to function well without the need for that discharge valve. So no more need to connect that to an area outside where it can drain. That valve is completely gone. And then on our old well harvester system, we used to have these flow restrictors that we would size specifically to the customer's well, depending on what their pump horsepower and gallons per minute is. We'd size this flow restrictor to that, and then we'd mount it inside the tank. Now, we didn't always get good data on what the customer's well pump is, and so we needed something that could adjust for any situation. So that's why we have our actuated flow reducer right here. So this valve controls the flow coming from your well to restrict it as much as possible for your well pump specifically. So that's our actuated flow reducer. And then right here is a flow sensor. So this is monitoring exactly what the flow rate is coming from the well. It's industrial grade. And so that displays on the touchscreen what your flow rate is and how much is being harvested per minute. And then right here is our back pressure sensor, just like our old well harvester systems. So this is a great solution to fully automating each system and tuning itself specifically for the customer's needs. One of the other differences that you'll notice on the well harvester system is right here, we have a PVC Union to allow for quick and easy service of the pressure tank if it ever needs to be removed or replaced. And then the pressure tank has been upgraded to a very robust Jet Right 2 pressure tank. So the operating system on the well harvester has had a complete visual refresh and a bunch of features added. So right here on the home screen, you'll see some visual differences, but one of the big differences is that the well gallons per minute has been added right here. So when your well pump is running, it'll show exactly what gallons per minute it is being harvested at to fill the tank right here. And then if we go to the statistics screen, just like before, it'll show a trend graph of how much water is being utilized over the last 3 months. But then if we click on this next button here, there's a bunch more data added. So gallons harvested this week, gallons harvested in previous pump cycle, what the well harvest rate is in gallons per minute, and then also what your average house pressure is. So it just gives you all the more data to utilize and make your water usage decisions based on that. And then a couple more features. If we go here to the control screen, you'll see a complete visual refresh as well. And then if I click on the settings here, there's a couple of optional settings. So adding additional tanks. One of the other optional settings is a tank alarm. So we've gotten this feature requested by some people. Basically, you can turn the tank low level alarm on right here. And basically, if the water level, you can adjust this to different water levels. If the water level ever reaches that level, so in this case 133 gallons, the system will warn you by turning your booster pump off and then also showing a notification right here on the touchscreen that that level has been reached. So it's a great way of warning you in case there's ever a problem with your well, or if you're utilizing too much water. It's a great way to warn you of that without running out of water completely. So that notification will come up and then you can click to disable it for 1 hour, for 12 hours, or to turn it off completely. So there's an optional feature. And then another optional feature is if we click well setup. If the well harvester ever detects that your well is low on water, it'll start what's called a well recharge timer. And by default, this is set to 60 minutes, which for most wells is perfect. Basically, it'll allow the well to rest for a full hour before turning the well back on to keep filling up the tank. And you'll see that whenever that is happening, this graph or this bar graph will begin filling up all the way up to 100%. And then as soon as it hits 100%, it'll start pumping from your well again to fill up the tank or tanks. But there are some situations where if the well recharges faster, quite a bit faster than that 60 minutes, this can actually be adjusted to whatever you want. 25 minutes, it could be adjusted longer, 120 minutes. It can be adjusted to whatever works best for you, but for most situations, 60 minutes is perfect. This is just an optional feature. These are just a few of the updates and upgrades to the all-new well harvester system, making it truly the greatest solution for low production wells. You can learn more and order yours today at epwellsolutions.com.